Hey guys, welcome along to Arsenal Fan TV. In this video I'm going to be giving you my thoughts on Arsenal's Premier League fixture away to Fulham at Craven Cottage. Everyone should be so relieved after this performance. The pressure is going off Wenger's head like steam. It's all round good for the team because the confidence in the dressing room must be sky high at the moment. I'm just really glad that we've managed to get this result. It's going to put us in good stead for the North London derby next weekend. And we've really shown, like I said, we have got quality in that squad. But looking at the bench for me today, that's where I think it shows that we do lack strength in depth. The likes of Zellalem, Gnabry on the bench simply isn't good enough. We need to be having top class players in that bench. And although I do think they are going to be good players in the future, they should be in the reserves where they can gain experience by playing lots of games, rather than being on the Arsenal bench, not playing any minutes. Despite the poor bench, the starting 11 was one capable of beating Fulham, and there was one notable change, and that was Lucas Podolski had come in for Jack Wilshere. A move that I can understand by Wenger. It's a very sensible one. Jack Wilshere playing 2 games in quick succession probably wouldn't be a good idea. It is only fair that he does have a rest, given he has had that very long prolonged injury. Podolski also needs to show that he does deserve minutes, he does deserve game time, and that he is a world-class player. So both teams started the game really well. Arsenal had a fair share of chances with a lot of corners in fact. Fulham also had quite a few chances on goal and both teams were keeping a lot of possession, but we managed to break the deadlock in the 14th minute for a brilliant goal by Olivier Giroud. It was a shot by Aaron Ramsey towards goal. It could have been going in, but either way Giroud was onside. He managed to block the ball. I don't know if it was intentional or not, it didn't look it. He managed to poke it round the Fulham goalkeeper and we were 1-0 up. And I'm really happy for Giroud to get this goal because not only is his confidence going to be rocketing now, but he scored 3 goals in 3 games and this could be a massive season for him. And it kind of looks like we don't actually need a striker at the moment because it could affect Giroud's performance. And where last season he was looking very shaky, very nervy, now he's looking full of confidence, he's trying new things, and for his age, he could go on for ages and he could score at least 25, 30 goals for us this season. But like I said, this is going to be a very big season for Giroud. A bit later in that first half, Fulham could have drawn level if it wasn't for the excellent save of Wojciech Szczesny. I believe it was a shot by El Torrent that he managed to parry away, and then it was either Damien Duffer or Jonathan Rees, I can't quite remember. But one of those players had a shot on goal and Szczesny made an absolutely exquisite double save. It was excellent work by him, and then you've got to argue, do we need a new keeper? Don't get me wrong, Szczesny is going to be a world-class keeper in the future, but I still think we need someone to mature him. I still think Julio Cesar would fit the bill, especially for the price and his age, his experience. He'd be perfect, but can't take any credit away from Szczesny today. He was immaculate. And towards the closing stage of that first half, we managed to double our lead through Lucas Podolski. This was a really tough goal to score. Even though it looked easy, Podolski made it look easy. In these conditions, the wet, slippery, rainy conditions, it was by no means an easy shot. He took time, tempo on the ball, he looked very comfortable on it and he took his shot very well. He could have so easily slipped over or skied the ball, but it was a very good goal to score, especially from how many yards he was away from goal. Admittedly, I think Scott Parker, who was running behind him, could have done better. He was doing a very slow jog behind him and he probably could have blocked the ball, but that's Scott Parker's mistake and Podolski took his goal very well. Can't take any credit away from him. Podolski, up until that point, hadn't really impressed me. He was looking rather lazy, but after from that goal, he really was busting the gut for the team and he really showed he does deserve a spot in that starting 11. Now Arsenal started the second half very brightly. We kept Fulham very quiet. They didn't look like they could get a goal back and it really looked like we were going to boss out the game from there and see it out. And it did look even more like that when we scored a goal in the 67th minute, again through that man Podolski. And I think a lot of credit here has to go to Santi Cazorla. He was excellent with his skills and his dribbling down the left-hand side, managed to cut it back to Podolski, who got an excellent goal into the bottom right-hand corner past the Fulham goalkeeper. This was a really hard goal to score again, and his finishing in his left foot is absolutely exquisite. Podolski, for me, had to be one of the contenders for man of the match. I know he didn't get it, but he was absolutely phenomenal today. He does deserve a place in that starting 11, either against Fenerbahce or Tottenham, because he busted a gut for the team today. He was outstanding and he was one of the main performers on that pitch. Now in about the 70th minute, Jack Wilshere came on for Thomas Rosicky, and within 10 minutes he already managed to get himself booked. I know Jack Wilshere is an excellent player, he probably will be our captain one day, but it's his booking that really got to me when I think it was on Karagoulis, he just literally jumped on him, and I'm just thinking, we're 3-0 up, what's the point in doing that? We're going to see out this game anyway, there's no need to do that. I know he's got a bit of attitude to him, he thinks he's a bit of a Jack the Lad kind of player, but there's no need to do that. If he was to do that every game, he could easily be banned or get a red card. It's not how you should conduct yourself in a professional manner. Despite, I love Jack Wilshere, I think he's Arsenal's future, but he can't be doing things like that if he wants to play every single game. So unfortunately, towards the end of the game, the result really was tarnished by that man, Darren Bent. Pretty good work by Berbatov on the right-hand side, getting the ball into Darren Bent. Szczesny could have done a bit better here. The ball slipped through his fingers. In these slippery conditions, that's understandable, the ball slipping through his fingers, but we were 3-0 up. 3-1 kind of just tarnishes that result that we didn't manage to keep the clean sheet. Either way, I'm really happy with the team's performance today, but like I said, not to keep the clean sheet isn't so great, but it's got our goal difference back to, well, nothing. So towards the closing stage of the game, we did see our new signing, Yaya Sanogo, come on. From what I saw of him, well, we didn't see much of him. He played about 10 minutes on the pitch. He was alright, he was pretty versatile, he was pretty strong, nothing special, no wow factor. He did a bit of a liability at times, but I mean, it's all to come with experience. It's good for him to get that run out in the first team. It's nothing but good experience for him. Hopefully he'll develop into something world class, and at least it was good to see him get that run out on the pitch. So with that North London derby growing ever closer, I still think it's evident that we need to bring in a couple of new signings before that game, seeing as the lack of depth in the squad is pretty appalling at the moment, as we saw today where we had the likes of Gnabry and Zelem on the bench. A few quality additions to that squad would really cap it off and put us in good stead for the upcoming season. Who do you think we should bring in? I think we should bring in the likes of Cesar, Williams, Di Maria, Lamela. I'm not too sure about a striker at the moment because I'm so happy with Giroud. Maybe someone to work as a backup would be good. But who do you think we should bring in? Leave your thoughts in the comments box below. It's been great doing this video, guys. If you have enjoyed it, please hit the like button. Subscribe for more Arsenal Fan TV videos. And as always, thanks for watching, guys.